Today, I'm going to try to persuade you that banning single-use plastic bags will benefit our environment. The United States should ban single-use plastic items, specifically plastic shopping bags. Everyone uses some form of single-use plastic, and in return, we are all impacted by the consequences associated with their use. In my speech today, I'm going to talk to you about benefits for banning plastic bags, the fact that single-use plastics make up 40% of all manufactured plastics worldwide, that banning single-use plastics may cause more harm than good, and how bans that are put into place have limitations. Banning plastic bags can have significant benefits on the environment. The Surfrider Foundation website says that recycling isn't a solution because there are very few places that actually accept plastic bags because plastic bags are difficult to recycle. And according to the Plastic Free Challenge website, new materials are required in order to complete the recycling process. Please advance to the next slide. The Surfrider Foundation also says that approximately 90% of all Americans do reuse their plastic bags. However, those plastic bags eventually end up as waste. Now, manufacturers claim that plastic bags are biodegradable, but as we can see from experience, that is not completely true. GlobalCitizens.org says that plastic bags can take up to 1,000 years to decompose. Please advance to the next slide. National Geographic's website also says that 8 million tons of single-use plastics make their way into our oceans every year. And single-use plastics are one of the top 5 items that are found in oceans and rivers. Please advance to the next slide. The Surfrider Foundation website says that roughly 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic are in our oceans. Now, these items can harm and kill marine animals. Plastic bag bans may help remove waste from our oceans, but banning plastic bags is like the prohibition of alcohol. It's nearly impossible to enforce completely. Banning single-use plastics may seem like an easy solution, but it could cause harm in other ways. The Surfrider Foundation website says that manufacturing plastic bags actually leaves a smaller carbon footprint compared to its alternatives. Please advance to the next slide. The World Resources Institute website says, and I quote, "A paper bag would need to be reused at least 43 times for its environmental impact to be less than or equal to that of a typical plastic bag used only once. An organic cotton bag must be reused 20,000 times to produce less of an environmental impact than a single-use plastic bag." Alternatives for single-use plastics and bans that are in place aren't always practical. Even though their intentions are good, there are limitations on bans for single-use plastics. Please advance to the next slide. National Geographic covered an article that mentioned a study. It found that cities where plastic bags were banned, shoppers actually reduced their plastic waste by 40 million pounds. But those same shoppers bought and used more trash bags instead, offsetting the plastic bag reduction to only 28 million pounds. Now, I believe the United States should ban single-use plastic items, specifically plastic shopping bags. In my speech today, I talked to you about the benefits of banning plastic bags, the fact that single-use plastics make up 40% of all manufactured plastics worldwide, that banning single-use plastics may cause more harm than good, and how bans that are put into place have limitations. Banning single-use plastic bags would be a small step to making our oceans more appealing, attractive, and astonishing. The decisions we make impact our environment in big ways. We as a society need to weigh the pros and cons and decide whether banning single-use plastics would be more beneficial for our environment in the long run. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any questions? Yes.
What are other types of single-use plastics other than plastic shopping bags?
So the big single-use plastic items would be like your plastic water or pop bottles, plastic drinking straws that restaurants offer you, food packaging, and a big one is the plastic that holds together 6-pack of like pops and stuff. Yes.
In your opinion, what is the worst type of single-use plastic and why?
In my opinion, I think the most significant single-use plastic would be the plastic that holds together like 6 packs of pop. I think with that, when it gets into the ocean, marine animals tend to get it wrapped around their necks or a limb, and they either choke or they have a difficult time swimming, and there's a big possibility that they could die from that. Yes?
And then what steps are you taking to reduce the use of single-use plastic?
So I personally don't take the offered plastic straws at restaurants. I refrain from buying like 6 packs of pop and stuff like that. Instead, I like to buy cans, and I try really hard to stay away from plastic water bottles if I can. Are there any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good job.